Hello, my name is Aymara and welcome to the Aymara Vaquero Wellness Channel. Today we're going to be working on a Yin Yoga flow to release tension on the neck, on the upper body, so arms and upper back, and trying to release some of that store resistance from these days being so long on our phones and our computers. Our necks and upper body takes a lot of that stress and that tension. So you might want to grab a block, a yoga block, or a thick book. If you have a bolster, you can grab a bolster or a pillow. I like to always have a blanket close by when we practice Yin Yoga. They are very useful, and maybe a small cushion. But we will make it work with what we have. Okay. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position. So some of you might feel comfortable just crossing your ankles with the knees open to the side. Others, maybe you want to use the block and you want to sit in seisas pose. You can use one or two blocks depending on how your knees feel. And then bring the hands on top of your knees or on top of the thighs, and gently and slowly we close our eyes. Exhale And remember, just be gentle. Sometimes just letting the arm, that right arm, to feel heavy is enough. Try to not force things like pushing that head down, too forceful. One of the things that I like the most about the practice of Yin Yoga is the practice of patience. I think that nowadays we need to practice that more and more, to be patient. So just be patient with the body as it welcomes the posture, as it begins gently to release that tension, that resistance. Hang out that right hand, if you have it up to the top of the head, bring it lower towards that right ear or temple, and then gently bring the head back into neutral. When the head is in neutral, just both hands on top of the knees or thighs, taking a few breaths. We're gonna move into another pose, and then after this next pose, we will take a longer break. Okay. So if you're sitting on a block, let's come out of the block. Your legs are gonna be straight to the front, and here it will be a good opportunity. If you want, you can bring that pillow or that bolster maybe to the top of the knees, or you can separate the legs a little bit, not wider than your mat, and you can use the bolster to support the head in here, okay, or the pillow. So different ways to use that block. Let me just start by showing you the actual posture, and then you see and you explore what you would like to do with the rest of your props. So you're gonna cross your arms with the left arm on top, and you are gonna just move the arms across your legs, kind of like at the level of the thighs or of the knees. And then you let the body be heavy, and maybe you don't want to use any block or any prop for the head. You simply allow gravity to take the body down, to take the head down. Working on that variation of twisted branches in here with the arms.
space, and you can fall forward a little bit. Remember, the legs are relaxed. We're not pointing, we're not flexing the toes. There is a possibility that a lot of you at home are feeling also the legs, and that's okay. Remember, you have the option to use blocks or bolster or whatever you have at hand to support the forehead. So in case that you need to prevent that cervical flexion, or if it feels okay for you, then letting the head be heavy. Staying connected to your breath. If you feel that you lost the breath, begin
Or the second big pillow on the back of the mat to support the head. This is our final pose. So we sit down again, and that first block is gonna be supporting at the level of your scapula, right at the edge of your scapulas. For the ladies at home practicing, is right more or less where you have the edge of your sport bra or your bra. And once you lean back, immediately you're gonna feel that the chest is rising. Good. You reach back, you grab on your pillow or your block if you need to support the head, and the arms open out to the side. My invitation is to have the feet on the floor with the knees to the ceiling for your supported fish. But if you feel that it's much better for you to have the legs straight, or some students like to have the legs in butterfly, you can go to butterfly position
Maybe now you bring the hands to the ground, you move the feet a little bit forward, push on the floor, and come higher. Good. We're gonna take our little moment on like a long rebound or shavasana. So you can remove your props.